Hey, this is Shaq, and you are the empty internet that I call the void. And today we are talking about Dragon's Dogma. I am super excited to talk about this RPG. As a big RPG fan, I've been excited to play this game since the first time I saw it at like one of those press conferences, probably like a PlayStation press conference. But yeah, super excited to play it. It is unfortunate that some things have been happening. If you have been into the news, you know about the PC stuff. I will be talking about that way later, towards the end. But yeah, let's get into it. So I'll touch on the story just a little bit, not really much into the details about it because I don't want to spoil much. But basically, you are the chosen one, and you are followed by these people called the Pawns. You basically are a cult leader. My number one D&D fantasy that I've always wanted to live out in D&D. So you basically have these people called the Pawns, and they believe that you are the chosen ones. But recently, there has been a king that has been anointed, and he has been seen as the chosen one. So there are some people like the pawn and some other people that believe that you are the chosen one and know that you are the chosen one and want to help you overtake the fake chosen one. So basically you are conspiring to overtake the throne, and that's basically the main story of Dragon's Dogma. The story overall is okay. It's not that very interesting, and a lot of it has to do with just the presentation of it. In cutscenes, it's okay. It looks fine when it's in cutscene, when it's out of engine, but in engine, the lip syncing sometimes doesn't match up and it just throws you off. So yeah, I wouldn't say that the story is probably the stronger suit in that sense. I would say the side quests are the stronger suits, which I'll get into later. First, let's talk about the character creation. Amazing character creation. I think you can always tell when a character creation is good when you see a bunch of people on the internet post a bunch of random characters they made from a bunch of other TV shows. So I've seen like Daenerys, I've seen like Geralt, I've seen Kratos. Like I've seen all these types of people in this character creation be made. So you know that's really cool. And I like how they gave out the character creation right off the jump. I mean, not right off the jump. They gave like a little demo beforehand. They knew that it was good. So overall, I really do like the character creation. I am not really a big like super character creation. I don't touch every knob when I character create. I usually just stick to the presets and maybe tweak a little bit of things. But overall, it was a really good character creation because you get to edit a lot of things of your body parts, and like to the point where you can make your character look super zany, very similar to what Capcom did with Street Fighter 6. So yeah, I love the character creation. Probably one of the strong suits, probably one of my favorite parts besides the pawn system is the action in this game. It plays very similar to Monster Hunter, which is crazy because I just got Monster Hunter World on PC recently because it was on sale for like $10. And so yeah, I got it, and it was like I prepped myself to play this game, and yeah, it plays very similar to Monster Hunter. It's a very button mashy hack and slash game. I would say that it does have a little bit more like in the sense of like, I wouldn't say skill, just it has that endangerment just like Monster Hunter. You get touched like 3 or 4 times, you get like hit 3 or 4 times, pretty much get close to being dead or like get close to being in danger of death. So yeah, I really do like the action. My favorite part is that you get to climb up on these monsters, like all these cyclops, all these like orcs, and you get to like actually like slice up on their backs and stuff like that. I love that stuff. It's probably one of my favorite parts about Monster Hunter, and I love that they brought it over here. If this is how the next Monster Hunter is going to play, I'm super excited. You get abilities as well that they seem like they're tied to your stamina, and it's kind of crazy because I feel like you can spam them a lot. Like I have the slash ability that I get to be able to just spam, go from one person to another person, which is cool. Like you feel like an action star. I always say this about Japanese developers, man. They understand style, especially after playing Final Fantasy Rebirth. I'm not fully done with it, but they just understand style and presentation. And speaking of style, I also love how the set pieces in this game, like the big set pieces that happens during combats, are not like some cutscene or anything. It's something that you do in game. Like here's a point. I was fighting this orc, and at one point, just out of nowhere, he just picks me up, he grabs me, starts drags me across the map a little bit, and then my team has to come and chase after me. I have to break from his grips. It was just like a weird, cool moment. I didn't even think anything can happen. Like that was so early game. That was so shocking. Later on, I was fighting a griffin. I got on top of him. was stabbing him. He took off for flight, got up in the air, and I was like, oh my God, hopefully I don't run out of stamina. He landed back down. We started fighting again. Like, I just love how there's just so many random set pieces. I keep seeing the drop kicking monkey on Twitter. So it's just like, it's those zany moments in combat really make it fun and really exciting. And I just love how everything is just in gameplay. Nothing is outside of gameplay. Nothing's in a cutscene. It's all something that you did or something that the game is throwing at you. So like I was saying, the main quest I'm really not that big into, but the side quests are amazing, and a lot of that has to do with the way that the side quests are dealt to you. You pretty much have to go out and find these side quests. If you want to go find something to do, you have to go talk to random people, and maybe they'll have something for you. Or sometimes you might do something, or you might be out and about and someone will come up to you and be like, hey man, I need help with something like this. And I really like it. It's so seamlessly. It just happens out of nowhere. The only annoying part that I feel like some people might hate about it, and I feel like this is a lot of the game, is like, if you don't have time for this, I can understand how this can be very hard for some impatient players. But you sometimes have to walk around and ask a bunch of people, like, just hey, and they're, sometimes you get the dialogue where it's just like, hey, don't bother me anymore. And it's just sometimes could be annoying with that. But other than that, I really do like it, because it just feels like, it doesn't feel like I have to go hit an exclamation point here, or when I go to this next location, oh, here's 17 exclamation points for you to click. This person has a mission here. This person, it's not clutter on your screen. I walk around, I'll be like, oh, maybe this person has a quest. Oh, boom, he does have a quest. So it's just really, really cool. It's probably my favorite part, in the sense of getting quests, is when I'm just out and about. Like, here's one of my favorite side quests I've had so far. I was fighting all day pretty much, and the way that combat works in this game is you'll lose health. So let's say if you lose like 75% of health, eventually you'll get to the point where you'll lose that 75% of health, and your health bar will stay at that 75% health. It will never get regained back up to the 100. So let's say you'll lose life, but it'll be in that 75% range still. So eventually you'll get to the point where you have like 30% bar, maybe 50% bar. So you eventually have to go back and you'll be like, all right, I'm going to go rest and be full health and go do my thing. So I've been sleeping on benches since the beginning of the game. So I said, let me just go ahead and find myself a bench in the city. I walked around. This girl goes, hey, I'm leaving the city for a week and I need someone to house sit my city. I mean, not my city, my house. Can you do that for me? And I was like, yeah, hell yeah. I need somewhere to rest anyway. She's like, yeah, go ahead and use my house as much as you want. And then so she's like, yeah, I'll be here in a week. And so completely, I was working on main quests. Now my whole entire game has turned to, oh, I'm house sitting this person's house. So I went from, oh, I'm just exploring everything around my vicinity area from this house, and I'm just going to come back at night and sleep here. So I make sure nothing happens to this person's house. So it's like, it's so cool that like, I was doing something else and then seamlessly now my whole entire thing is now this. So it's really cool when it has those moments. There was another time where I found a thieves guild, just me wandering around in a cave. Amazing side quests, like the system of how you get them, how seamless it is really cool, and it feels really dope when you get a quest like that. And it's a really good quest too, especially. My second favorite part in this game besides the action is the pawn system. The pawn system is amazing. I really, really like it. I don't think anybody's going to do this in other games, but I really would like if other RPGs did this, because it's kind of cool. But the way that the pawn system works is, so like I was explaining, you have followers. They are called pawns, and you have a main follower who is basically your pawn. You fully create this person in the same creations that you created your person in, character creation that you created your person in, and this person is basically someone that you can level up with, someone you can edit their abilities with, someone you can edit their feats with. I'm calling it feats, is something else, but you can fully, they're pretty much like another version of you that you can't control. I don't know if you're able to control them later, but as of right now, I can't control them. But these pawns can go into other people's games and they'll wander around. They'll just be walking around, and people can recruit them to join their teams and be part of their parties. So your character can be recruited, but also you could just be walking around and you could just be seeing random pawns. I've seen like Geralt I've seen like I said, Daenerys. I've seen Kratos. I recruited Kratos one time. Like, it's just so funny that at some points you could just be running into people, and that's why I like. I think the pawn system is going to take this community a long way. This game a long way, because let's say hypothetically, if Capcom releases like a DLC for this game and they release more like customizations for the pawns or more like stuff for the pawns, I think that's going to make it even more bigger. So I really do enjoy the pawn system, and the reason why I like it is because instead of the regular party system where it's like, okay, I got my 5 people that I've been, I switch in and out, I've been running these 5 characters from the beginning to the end. It's like I get to have a new party anytime I want, and it could be completely different people that don't even it can enter. I mean, it could be from a different world, or it could just be completely made up people from the character creation. It's just so cool because it's just like a new mix of. It's like a new fresh thing every time you try it out, and I love the whole database system that they do it. I think that there's a few things that they can touch on, but I do like that they allow you to look and search. I hate when they make a whole database system of like character creations and you can't even just search what you want to look up. So I really do like the pawn system. It's probably my second favorite part of the game besides the action. And then the RPG elements, some of them can be annoying. That's probably one of my least favorite parts. Like I was already saying about earlier, how it could be time consuming. Another like thing about this game is there's no fast traveling, which I think is cool in the sense of like for people like me. I love traveling. I love exploring in the RPG games. It's like my favorite part. I want to try to do everything. I want to try to see everything I can in a game. So it's really cool for me. But people who like don't have that type of time, I can see how it really would affect them of like playing it. Like if you only have 2 hours or something to play this game a day, it's really like you're gonna take a long time playing this game, and I can see how that might worry some people off. And like and I think fast traveling kind of fixes those issues, and I think they would have been smart for them to, and I'm not saying they don't have it because they do. I think they have like a system to where you need like a specific coin to do it, and they also have like this card system that you can like go and use it, but it only goes to specific cities. But I just think that it would have been cool to just go on the map, pick a city that you wanted to go to that city, and that's it. Like not even like none of the little like settlement cities, like big major cities. So then it would have just been like, okay, like you're just going to little regions of the map, and then from there you can walk. I think that would have been a little bit smarter, and it kind of would have pleased what they kind of wanted, because I guess the developer came out and said that fast traveling is dumb. But honestly, I think mounts would have been another good thing for this game too, because the map is so big. And I think that like you can get yourself like to the point where it get lost, and also it could just be too much. But this is an RPG, so I mean, if you're not wanting this much content, then what are you playing this RPG for? And I appreciate it, but I can see how somebody would not like it. Yeah, like another weird RPG element, or like the lack of an RPG element, is that there's only one save slot, which is so weird. I think it's like crazy to have an RPG game and it only has one save slot. Usually you want to play a game again or try a different path. Like with Baldur's Gate, I tried it like 4 or 5 times. I did Act 1 like 5 times before I got to further. So it's just so weird to have an RPG game where you can only just play one save in one game, one character. Another thing that I do think is so weird, but I guess it is what it is. It's probably like the Dragon's Dogma's like identity from the last one. I hate that you have to go back to like a city, or like to like a specific like tavern, or like a specific like area to like upgrade your character's moves or upgrade your character's like abilities. I think that is so dumb. Put it in the menu. Like, why do I have to go back here and do this? Or at least make it where there's a person on the road, or maybe there's like a thing on the road that I can click and do it. I just think it's so dumb that I have to go all the way back to the city to put on these new abilities that I've gained. I just do not like that. So the last point with all these PC issues is another big thing. if you haven't heard or if you haven't been seeing, this game got review bombed on Steam, and a lot of it has to do with performance. And it ranges from people with all types of rigs. People have powerful rigs, they might not be able to run the game. But with the minimum rigs or the recommended rigs, might not be able to run the game either. So it just varies. From what I've heard, it's something to do with some anti-cheat that they put in, and it's messing with the frames and stuff like that. So hopefully they fix it. This game, I don't feel like it's like far off unfixable. Like when I played Cyberpunk, because I played Cyberpunk on my PC, and my PC was definitely not ready to play Cyberpunk. But when I played Cyberpunk, I was like, yeah, this is like 5 months away, 4 months away. I feel like this is like 2 or 3 patches, and this game is probably going to be running pretty good. So if you want to wait till they patch it out, I don't think it's going to take that long. And I think this game is honestly worth the wait because it's a very long game, especially for RPG fans, and it's fun. It's one of those games that, like, I think if because the only problem I have with the game is that it runs terrible. If the game starts running smoother, I think I will probably put it as one of my one of those games that like kind of revolutionize a genre for me, and just not like in the sense of like, you know, story or anything like that, just like how it does some mechanics. Like I really do like how the quest system is in the game. I really like how seamless it is, how I just walk up to someone, I talk to them, and, you know, I don't have to go to all these question marks and get these quests. I love the pawn system. Like I was thinking about it, like imagine if Octopath Traveler had like something like this, like where like everybody built their own pixel art character and then you can download them and put them in your party. Like I think like the pawn system is such a cool idea that like it kind of works like for a lot of RPGs if they really tried it. And I think it's a really strong idea for a game. I haven't even got to how the mechanic of the pawn system even work. Like if this pawn that you recruited if their player found something in the game, that pawn will know where it is in your game, so it'll help you find it. Like there's so many things that it does that it's just like, wow. Like I really do love the pawn system, and it's like I don't want to explain it into full details. I just want people to experience it for themselves because it was very surprising to me, and I wanted people to be surprised about it. But overall, first impressions, I've been playing this for 17 hours. So I've been playing it for 17 hours. So these are very early first impressions, but so far it is very good. Just need to fix some issues. The reason why I'm not hard on this game PC wise is because I'm really enjoying this. If this game didn't have these issues, I think this game would be super enjoyable, and I'm enjoying. And like, if for me to go through these bugs, like I did this with Cyberpunk, if for me to go through these bugs, I really enjoy the game. So I definitely think you should check it out. Give it time. Other than that, have a great day, guys. Be safe. Make sure you check out the next episode that I dropped. Make sure you check out the last couple episodes. The last episode I dropped when I did a Straw Hat tier list, I believe. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you do all that. Make sure you go to my second channel. Do the same things. Have a good day. Stay safe.